Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to start talking about spheres today, and the first one we're going to do is volume of a sphere. So we have the volume of the sphere formula here. Please, 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 if you have not written down that formula sheet that I described a couple weeks ago, please make sure all these formulas are written down either on a piece of paper or you print that sheet out, okay? I'll try and remember to attach it to another set of notes in case you did not print it and would like to. Okay, that way when we mix them all together, you'll have them all ready to go, right? So, volume is 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Now remember pi, we're going to use 3.14. I know some of you really want to use that pi button, and usually when we're in class I let you, but especially for the work we're doing, please just use 3.14 since we're away from each other and I can't always double check your work like that, okay? Remember r stands for radius. And cubed means we're doing, I don't know why there's a little r there, we're doing r times r times r. So we're doing r 3 times. And when we have 4/3, that means we're going to multiply by 4 and then divide by 3. Okay, when we're solving our equation out today. So I think you guys have a picture for this first one, but it didn't transfer over very well for mine. So I've already written my volume formula just so I have it. So it says an iron ball has a radius of 4 centimeters. Find the volume. So we are given that r is 4. So we're going to plug in what we know. So we have v equals 4/3 times 3.14 times 4 cubed. Now if you want to, you could do this whole part all together, or you can do 4 times 4 times 4, and the calculator is going to be 64. So we're going to have 4/3 times 3.14 times 64. And then we'll multiply these two together. So 64 times 3.14 is going to be 200.96 times 4/3. And again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to do 200.96 times 4. So then I have 1/3 times 803.84. And then 803.84 divided by 3 would be 267.946, so that would be 9.5, okay? Again, because I want to round to the nearest hundredth for all of these answers. And we're seeing that our unit is centimeters, and since this is volume, it's cubed, okay? I saw a lot of you last week on the homework, the cubed part was being mixed up with the surface area. So anytime we are finding volume, it will be cubed, okay? And that's kind of helpful too because the volume formula already has a cubed in it for a sphere. So a good reminder for you. Alright, let's go ahead and try the next one. So it says the diameter of a sphere is 8.8 centimeters. What is the volume of the sphere? Okay, so we have r is going to be what? In this case, we have the diameter, but we do not have the radius. So we just need to divide that by 2, and half of 8 is 4, so we're going to have 4.4 here. And we're going to plug that into our formula. So we have v equals 4/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times 4.4. Sorry, that 4 is a little funky looking. Okay. And again, this is cubed. So you could, I'll show all the steps, but you could just multiply all this together. So 3.14 times 4.4 times 4.4 times 4.4 if you would like, but I'm just going to do the cube part first. So that's going to be 85.184. And again, I'm not rounding at this point. I want to wait till the end to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply 3.14 times, so we just did this part. Okay, 3.14 times 85.184. Okay, so we're going to have 4/3 times 267.477. Now I just kept it 477 because I know I'm only going to round to 2 digits, so I just kept the 3. And then we're going to multiply that number by 4. So we're going to have 1/3 times 1069.911. And again, you can do this all in one step, multiply by 4 and then divide by 3. You don't have to write that number down every single time. I'm just going to move this up here. Then we're going to divide by 3, which will give me 356.637, so that would be 0.64. And my unit is centimeters again, cubed. Please, please, please make sure we are looking at that unit and making sure it makes sense. Okay? Alright. So while on vacation, Gabe buys a sphere made of polished agate. The volume of the sphere is 65.42 inches. What is the radius of the sphere to the nearest tenth? Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and actually skip this one just because we haven't talked really about cube roots. And since I'm not there to help you with a calculator, we'll go ahead and just skip that one, okay? And I will double check the homework and make sure that you are not doing that, okay? And I think this one is also talking about the radius, okay? So usually in class we'll talk about that, but just because I'm not there to help you with your calculator, we're going to skip that one. And not everyone has a scientific calculator at home. But what I do want to talk about is if they ask you for a hemisphere or half of a sphere, how would you figure that answer out? And all I would do is I would do the same formula, and then whatever my answer would be, I would just divide it by 2. So the half hemisphere for 356.64, we're just going to divide that number by 2. So that would be 178.32 would be for a hemisphere, okay?